I have a Bible verse I want to share, and then if people would just like to say something or share a verse or anything like that, and then we have a beautiful lady that's going to sing with us. She brought her guitar and she has some songs she's going to sing with us, and if you want to gather and pray with some people, that's great. But I feel like we'll pray as a group too to close at the end. Kylie, I'm so glad you're having such a good morning back there, so excited. That's awesome. But I'm going to start with a verse that, I'll be quite honest with you, it's been tough, man. There's a verse in Psalms 61. It says, "And God is my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength. My refuge is in God. Trust in Him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before Him. God is a refuge for us." After we lost Taylor, I read that verse many times. And there were so many questions going through my mind. And I just have to remember, God is in control of everything that happens in this world. And thank God He is. Because this is not His world. It is, but it's going to be such a great world one day. But we are surrounded by death. We're surrounded by grief. We're surrounded by things that we have to work through. The great thing is, I feel like He's always there when we need Him. And at times I'm angry at Him, and He lets me be angry. And He gets me through the anger, and He gets me through the hurt. And He's given me sweet Todd and Tara and Ryan and Peyton. And I'm just so thankful. And He blessed me with Taylor and our school, and it made it a better place. And it made our world a better place. Because if you knew Taylor, one of the things that stood out to me was her zest for life. Her love for other people. I'm going to share two quick stories that mean the world to me. The first is, you know, at East, I'm real big on respect and taking care of each other and family and all of that stuff that I believe in and make the kids believe in, and they buy into it really well. But we were at lunch one day, and I had a child that was sitting at a table all by herself, and she was reading a book and kind of like didn't want to be bothered by anybody. She's a bit of a loner. And I see Taylor get up from the popular table with her babies and her friends that she loves every day and that are with her, and she went over and she sat down beside this kid with her lunch tray. And the girl kind of looked at her and says, "You know, I kind of want to be alone." Taylor says, "I know, but I'm going to be here anyway." And she sat there and started talking to the girl, and finally the girl just put her book down and looked at her and says, "You're not going away, are you?" And Taylor said, "No, I'm not." And they sat there and talked through lunch, and then lunch was over and she got up, and I called Taylor over as everybody was leaving. I kind of called her and pulled her aside, and I said, "I can't tell you how much I appreciate you doing that, Taylor." And she said, "Oh, Springer, isn't this what you preach every day?" She said, "I'm just doing what you told me to do." She said, "I saw her sitting over there by herself, and I wanted to make sure that she wasn't alone." And so it just meant the world to me that not only she listened, but that she follows through with word and deed. And then the second one is my favorite story of Taylor, one I will always remember. Taylor had the most beautiful white North Face jacket I've ever seen in my life, and I coveted it badly. And would tell her every time I saw her in the hall, "Taylor, I want that jacket so bad," and she'd just smile and walk away. And so she comes in one morning, and it's kind of a spring morning, and it got cold in the morning, but then it got really nice and warm. And so I saw her head down to lunch. She'd had her jacket on all morning. I saw her head into lunch, and she didn't have her jacket on. And since I had a key to every locker, I decided to steal her jacket. And I went and got it out of the locker, and I put it on, and Taylor was coming back from lunch, and I'm standing at the top of the stairs, and I have on her jacket. And at first she kind of looks at me, and, you know, that confused look on her face. Then she walks down to her locker and opens her locker and realizes I've got her jacket on. And so Taylor followed. I take off to the office, running from her. And, you know, we have a back door the students aren't allowed in, and Taylor just busted through it. She didn't really care that there was rules that she couldn't come in the door. And she follows me all the way to my office, and she goes, "Do you have on my jacket?" And I'm like, "Is this your jacket? I found this laying in the hallway." She said, "Springer, you know you broke in my locker. That's my jacket." And so I had to give it back. It was awful. But it was so funny because she was just so incredulous that the principal would steal from her. And, you know, I said, don't do this to anybody else, Taylor. I just wanted you to know that I love your jacket. I think it's a wonderful thing. And after the funeral and we got through that, Todd and Tara brought me a white North Face jacket with Taylor's heart and her name inside. And I still wear that jacket, and I go in our hallways, and every time I put it on, I think of my sweet Taylor. But isn't it great that Taylor was a part of our lives and what she continues to do and how God blessed? I will tell you, the day that Tara was on Ellen, it was a year to the day that Taylor had wrote her I Am poem. It just made me realize that God is in control, and He has worked so many beautiful miracles through her already. And I just, there's a reason. I mean, there was a reason, because God has blessed and used, and I just thank Him for that so much. So, Todd, if you have anything you want to say.
Well, most people that know me know that I do. I don't speak that loud. I mean, you guys come closer. It's very informal, so don't worry about what time you got here. You guys can sneak in. It's looking back and to think that it's been a year. Part of me thinks that it seems like a decade, and another part of me feels like it was a week ago that all this was going on. But I will tell you that, and I was explaining to Springer and a couple of others earlier this morning, and some of you may have heard me say this, but Tara and I and our family we're absolutely blessed. And for me to be able to be here and just be surrounded with you guys and with Taylor constantly, but more importantly with God's love, I stand here, and I don't know where you are, but I stand right here full of, and I need to find the right word. Maybe there's a Portuguese word that would help me with it, but it's some of it's joy, some of it's proud, some of it is exuberance. Happy doesn't explain it, but my chest is full of probably just love, and it's to know that this was the plan, and none of us like it, but this was each one of us, and for the parents that are here, we realize that our kids are literally just angels that are given to us for a short amount of time. And whether that's 95 years or whatnot, but every person born, was given to us by God. And Taylor's time was just under 14 years, and I get so proud of her as her father, and Tara feels the same way as her mom, of just what she did while she was here. The little stories about the table, and just her spirit, and just the way she made people feel better. And there's a lot of you standing here. You also know there was a big, kind of goofy, weird side of Taylor too. She wasn't just this little perfect child. She knew how to prank call with the best of them. So, and if any of you work at Victoria's Secret, I'm really sorry, because she loved to prank call you all the time. We had no idea how this day was going to be, but last night when Tara and I went to bed, last night was, at least standing right now, last night was a much harder night than today is, just with what we did a year ago. But, Tara and I are blessed, and it's because of people like you, and it's because of God. And our daughter, she makes me better every day, because if it wasn't for the way she lived her life, so much of this would not be coming to fruition. So much of all these God moments, and it's because of the way, what was in her heart and how she lived her life. And so, if you're sad today, that's fine. If you're happy today, that's fine. The best thing is just be with wherever you are, and know that you're loved, and you're loved by the people standing here. And if we can make the world a little bit better place, just imagine if every single person that when they did pass away, that the love grew exponentially, and that's really what we're seeing with this. We have that opportunity to help each other, and I'm so proud of my daughter. But Tara's not here this morning, but she is doing really, really well, and she's in a really, really good place, and we love you. And Taylor, I'm more proud of you now than the last time I saw you, and that's hard to say, but I'm just so proud of her as a daughter, and I love all of you guys. Back to you, Springer.
If anybody has anything they'd like to say, please, this is your opportunity. It's an open floor. Okay, we're going to have a song that Daniela has so great. Daniela sings only in Portuguese, so please follow along in Portuguese. I'm only kidding. Daniela's going to play it, and we're going to get it in the American version. But
no, they're going to sing in English.
Yes, going to sing in English. Not the Portuguese. Do not do it. I know you're going to want to, but hold yourself back.
Where is my group here, man? I have a choir here.
That's awesome.
Can you please help me here with the words? Oh, yes. Oh my God, and I have someone day. Consider all the works and I see the stars, I hear the mighty thunder, the power through the universe display. This is my soul, my Savior comes to me. How great thou art, how great thou art. This is my soul, my Savior comes to me. How great thou art, how great you are. Wait till the words, wait for His grace and wonder. I hear the birds singing in the trees. When I look down among the mountains bright, and then I then sings my soul, my Savior comes to me. Everybody. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior comes to me. How great thou art, how great thou art. Number 3 now. And then shall come the streets of acclamation, and take me home, the joy shall fill my heart. There I shall bow in humble adoration, and then will praise my God. And sings my soul, my Savior comes to me. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior comes to me. How great thou art,
Very nice.
Very good.
We have a second one too.
Oh, that's more than that. But that I practice. I have one that I practice.
Thank you for playing this morning.
Well,